I think when you have that connection with students and you see the impact and how their lives change, I kind of want to do it for every single one of the 6,000 students we have here. And it's hard to do, but every now and then you find a way that you can open a door or help a student through a door, and it's part of the fun. I started my career, my full-time career, I was a part-time person for a while, as an adult ed faculty at West Georgia Tech. So I taught the GED classes. My very first student, my very first class was Rose. Rose was my age. I was 23 at the time. She had 6 children. She was missing all her teeth up in the front. She was sent to LaGrange from South Carolina to the battered women's shelter. And I didn't know people got battered. I mean, this was such a shocking socio-economical thing for me. Another difference of being an Army brat. Again, you just don't see that much of that kind of thing. So Rose, with her 6 kids, not a high school graduate, was a whip with math. Picked up algebra in a heartbeat, but her reading skills were a little weak. But what I saw in her was a young lady who was desperate to make a change for herself and her family, her 6 kids. She got her GED. She took radiologic technology, which is one of the programs we have here. X-ray tech. It's a 2-year program. It's an associate degree program. She started working at St. Joseph's Hospital as a tech. She kept working on her education, got her bachelor's degree. She became the manager of the X-ray department. She just retired. All 6 of her kids graduated high school. She stopped the cycle then. All 6 of her kids went to college.
Do you stay in touch with her?
With her, I stay in touch with. For some reason, we've had that connection, yeah. I went to her retirement party at St. Joseph's. It was awesome.
Is that in Atlanta?
Yeah. I will tell you, I really loved Altamaha Technical College. It's a rural college and 5 campuses. I grew it from 3 campuses to 5 campuses. Raised funding for 2 new campuses. Really enjoyed the rural country folks at Altamaha. Started about 15 new programs out there. I was, after 6 years of hard work, finally seeing the benefits of my work over there. And then Bob says, I'm retiring. Wouldn't you like to come to Columbus? And he knows my mom's here. He knows my brother and his family are here. He knows my daughter's in LaGrange with her husband and the 2 grandkids. So, yeah, there was a big pull to come to Columbus.
What is your mission?
Our mission is workforce development and transfer. It's both. And starting last year, with my first year here, we added the mission of adult education. Because Muskogee County School System did adult education for decades. We transferred that program to Columbus Technical College, and we now serve not just Muskogee County, but all 6 counties with adult education. For some people, we're a first option. For some people, we're a first option when they hit 28, 29 years old, and they're kind of tired of retail or flipping burgers. They're tired of median jobs, trying to raise a family, trying to balance work and family and school. And Columbus Tech has, I think, the largest population of those type of students getting ready to start a new career. We have a large segment of the population of people choosing second careers. For whatever reason, with this change in economy, there were a lot of people going through career changes, and Columbus Technical College was a viable way to get into a job. The community is very well aware that our job placement rate this year is 98.1%. So our graduates get jobs. At the technical college, what we do well is we cut out some of the extras. And I'll give you a quick example. Here's what we don't do well. We don't do liberal arts well. We don't have poetry classes. We don't have many art classes. Intro to art is, a matter of fact, all we have. You're not going to take a ceramics class with us, oil painting, drawing. We don't have many in the literature area. We have American Lit. Take it or leave it. We just have very limited humanities and liberal arts classes. That's really, and that's a business we're not trying to get into because there aren't that many jobs in the liberal arts area because we're our job focused first. We have 120 career training programs at Columbus Technical College. So most people seem to know our health career areas, so you're right. Nursing is a big part. We'll graduate about 65 students every year from our registered nursing program. But we also have practical nursing and medical assisting and respiratory care. Those are the people that take care of your lungs when you've had surgeries. Surgical technology. We even have sports and fitness management. And then on the technical industrial trades areas, the welding program is very popular. Today, if you want to become a welder, there are great opportunities to make a good $60,000, $70,000 a year income as a welder. It's not the old welder anymore. Not only do you have to have the skills to be a welder, you have to be able to read blueprints. You have to collaborate with an engineer in the fabrication process and say, no, to strengthen this item, we need to do this or we need to do that by evaluating the blueprint. So it's
So
from the
there are
beginning
computer
of a
skills
product.
involved.
Computer skills, robotic skills. We have robotic welders in our welding department.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a full gamut of opportunities nowadays. Our pre-engineering program we put into place last January has a great body of students already.
What do you do with a pre-engineering degree?
You transfer to Georgia Tech, Southern Poly, Georgia Southern, Southwestern, to the engineering schools. It is a transfer program, a program designed for transfer.
Do you have students transferring from here to Georgia Tech?
Well, we just started in January, so we have not had a graduating class yet. But they will have a right to do it, those courses transfer. It's not your daddy's old trade school anymore. And students who achieve an associate degree in automotive, for example, they can still get a bachelor's degree if they choose to, because maybe they want to become a service manager. Maybe they want to open up their own shop one day and become an entrepreneur. And that's all possible
So they
as
can
well.
go to CSU and take business courses?
Absolutely. And what I learned about the college's faculty and staff is that they were ready to take on some new challenges. So I think we were doing a decent job in 2 counties. We were doing a decent job in Harris County, and we were doing a decent job in Muskogee County. But we serve 6 counties. So we serve all the outlying counties that touch Muskogee County. And we had county high schools that did not have a relationship with Columbus Technical College. So one of the advantages of having a new superintendent the same day you arrived, David Lewis, is that you built immediate partnerships, immediate relationships. So our enrollment with Muskogee County has grown significantly. So, and we also have dual enrollment programs at all the county high schools as well. And that has been a very big growth area for the college. We always had between 80 and 110 students on an annual basis, but this fall semester alone we have 406 high school students participating in Columbus Technical College courses and programs. One young lady at Jordan stopped me and said, I contacted University of Florida because that's where I'm going to school next. I've already been accepted, and I wanted to make sure they would accept Columbus Technical College courses. And I said, with my fingers crossed, what did they tell you? She said, well, they said they accept them. I said, great. Because sometimes other states especially don't know us or don't understand, and I have to do a little intervention and give their registrar's office a call, share our SACS COC accreditation, and then it's not usually a problem. For us to have a program and not have jobs in it means that we have graduates who can't go to work, so that defeats our mission. So it's a very community-driven, employer-driven college. We have 240 employers that work on various committees with this college. We have a local board of directors, and of course we have our Columbus Technical College Foundation trustees, which most people know. But what most people don't know is we have about 210 employers involved in each of our program of study. Each program has an advisory committee. So the welding program has an advisory committee. The nursing program has an advisory committee. And that's 6 to 10 employers who sit on the committee, evaluate our curriculum, our instructional methods, the videos we're using, the equipment we're using, the skill sets we're training. They look at our accreditation, not just for the college, because
And
we're
these
SAC
people are
COC,
hiring your graduates.
and they're hiring our graduates. So it's almost a symbiotic relationship. Our graduates are guaranteed, which is also very unique about the technical college graduate.
What do you mean?
When a technical college graduate is guaranteed, it benefits the employer, because if the graduate can't do what we promise they can do based on the curriculum, they can send them back for training for free. It doesn't cost the employer anything, and it doesn't cost the student anything.
Does that ever happen?
It happens on occasion, yeah. It sure does. And we have about 3 or 4 students a year that get sent back for retraining. Well, I think one of the programs that will come forward by next fall is culinary arts. We don't have a facility for it. So one of my other missions is we've got to grow this college. We are out of space. Our trailers are full. I'm thinking about having to bring more trailers to campus. So the likelihood that we will be in requesting legislative support for capital outlay projects, that we'll be asking the community to support more growth on the River Road side of our campus is a necessity if we're going to grow. EMT paramedic. We support law enforcement, but we don't support the rest of the emergency services sector. We have great medical programs, but the hospitals need more. There are other programs that we should be teaching. We just don't have space. So the way this college grows is based on the needs that this community has for a skilled workforce. I want to take the college where the community needs it to go. It's not necessarily about my vision. It's about what this community needs for a workforce and what the citizens of this community need in support of an accessible two-year college to help their citizens go on to 4-year and to university.